movies are not up to that to standard yet, because everybody's just picking up cameras and shooting, So we have a lot to work for. Now, at this stage, we just have to collaborate and work with people. Like in my own opinion right now, I am willing to work with any Sierra Leonean out there. As a matter of fact, I was going to open an internet website this month, but I decided to postpone it in the upcoming month. It's called African Movie Box, where we can put our Sierra Leone movies, and people can come in and watch some of these movies, and then we can pay royalty to the producers that put their movies there. As a matter of fact, right now I have about 18 movies that are going to be going on, and at the same time, I'm going to start a distributing company in Houston, Texas here. As a matter of fact, next month, because I'm going to be distributing my own movie myself, because there is a lot of politics in this business. When I say politics, there is a lot of politics because the people that are distributors in the market always discourage new people in the business. They don't care about you, and they'll just destroy the business. So it's up to you. So I have decided to go into distribution, which next month I will start my first distributing, venture.
Mr. Barr.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to just ask you, do you think we basically have an identity crisis as an industry?
If we do what again?
Do we have an identity crisis?
Yes, we do. We do. One thing I want all of us to know is our movies have no problem in Sierra Leone. They have no problems in Sierra Leone. They are received very well. And, people watch Sierra Leone movies in Sierra Leone. There is no problem within the country. The only problem I know, maybe Mr. Barrick will handle that, is within themselves down there, they need to organize. But for us in the diaspora over here, I think it's easy for us to organize faster than, people back home. As a matter of fact, there's a lady down there called Chris. She has a movie called Chris Michelle Films from Sierra Leone. She actually brought a Sierra Leone actor from Sierra Leone to Houston by the name of Medman. And she actually brought another actor from Nigeria called Chikoze, and they brought the director here. And I helped them produce that movie in Houston here that we all did. That was in November of this year. Now, one of the things she told me was the people there don't value the industry. She's here anytime any one of you want to get in touch with her. I mean, you're welcome. She's a producer, Chris Michelle Films, and she's the only or one of the few producing companies in Sierra Leone that pay every single person money for what they do.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barr there. I want to jump onto somebody else over here. Barry. Hello? Mr. Barry. Okay, we'll just go with Mr. Axton from the Netherlands. I have a question here. Are we really producing original content as Sierra Leoneans? Are we true to our story as Sierra Leoneans?
Yes, we are true to our stories, because although of course there is no movie shot on earth that the story has never been told. It's been told. It depends on how you produce the movie and how you script it. So that is it. Sierra Leoneans, they are talented writers. Honestly, I was in Sierra Leone in December. I saw this group of boys, and they showed me a script. Although not professionally written, the storyline, I saw it. I mean, they are talented. So they really know how to. They have their own content to produce. I saw them. I discussed with them. I said, "Who wrote this?" And I saw the guy. Just like say, "What? You wrote this?" Just imagine that if that guy could be developed. I mean, what he can do. So I think we have there are original contents, to produce. We really don't need to rely on Nigerian or what Nigerian movies are or the Ghanaian movies and stuff like that. We can just do our own story. They're out there. I watched a couple of movies in Sierra Leone also.
Sorry, Mr. Barry. Sorry, Mr. Axton. I wanted to ask, so are you saying that there is basically an evidence of the fact that we are actually leaning towards Ghanaian movies or, Gollywood and Nollywood? Is there an element of over-influence in the industry in Sierra Leone that shows that we're leaning towards those, kind of ideas or those kinds of, storylines that are based in Gollywood and Nollywood?
Yeah, there may be elements of that, but not totally. That's why I said before that the people out there, producers, directors out there, right in Sierra Leone, they need to really, really get themselves together, in conformity, and then, form a body, which we all can plug into. So as for content of movies we can produce, they are out there. There are several things that happen in Sierra Leone that didn't happen elsewhere. So the stories are really fresh. So they can really tell those stories and produce them, and people will really tap into it and produce more films from there.
Thank
you. I think it is possible, but the only problem is organizing it and being fair to one another over there. That is it.
Thank you for that. Ali Matu?
Yes.
Ali Matu?
Yes.
Okay, what is your single desire for the industry?
It would be to be able to have an industry that would accept all actors, or to have an industry that's organized and recognize all actors, and not be partial or favor one against the other, or feel like they have to have a Nigerian actor or star or Ghanaian star or to feature in their movie for it to sell, I guess. That would be it.
That's a very, very powerful point right there. I've got a question to follow up with that. Do you feel that women in the Sierra Leone industry, for instance, are actually basically are they basically disparaged? Are they basically disenfranchised? Would you say they're having the opportunities they deserve?
I don't think they are, personally. Like the other two, like what Mr. Ba and Chase were saying, we do have the talent. We are hungry for it, but some of us too, as women, we sell ourselves short for what talent we have and how powerful we are as individuals. For me personally, I value my work, and I know what I do, and I know how good my work is. And so I won't demean myself just to get a one role or to get in a movie that's never even going to be marketed. And so every time you go out to audition for a movie, you're looked at as this individual who just wants to be in a movie, not because of your talent. So your talent is not even seen before you're given a role or before you can even audition for a role, because they know at the end of the day what they're getting is somebody who just wants to show their face on a movie or wants to be a star. So they're not valued.
Okay. How severe a problem is that in the West here, for instance, in America here? Really briefly, how severe is that?
It's really bad, because you can't go out and be serious and want to get a role for something or audition for a lead role without someone looking at you like, like I said earlier, she just wants to be in this movie because Desmond is in here, or something like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we want to be recognized and we want to show our talent, we have to stand our ground and know what we're doing this for and we need to know what the bigger picture is at the end of the day. And
Mr. Gaza, can I come in a little bit?
Okay, just hold on. I'll give you a chance in a moment. Miss Alimato, are you done?
Yes, I'm done. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Mr. Barr, briefly, what is your single greatest desire for this industry? And probably you could start with telling us what it is you wanted to say, but be very brief on this.
Oh, sure, yes. Now, I was just trying to support everything Alimato has been saying, because I'll give you guys a little rough statistics of the U.S. marketing industry. They have 4 people across the whole U.S. that distribute African movies. The first one is called Executive Image. The name of the guy is called Sam. The second one is Sanga by Rabiu Muhammad. And the third one is Franco Films. Now, these people control the market in the U.S. So one of the problems we Sierra Leoneans have is these people don't distribute our movies. And that is some of the things I saw, and that's why people like me or other people that are willing to work with some of us have decided to open a distributing company where our movies can be seen across the United States. I don't know about Europe and Africa, but across the United States. Because when I'm talking to these guys, 2 things is happening to them. When they ask you, who is the star, and you call someone they don't know, you could forget it. Or else, if you want to force it on them, they will buy your movie next to nothing, and they will hold on to your movie for a minimum of 1 year. And they don't even care. And if they even release it for you, you are very lucky. So, I've been talking to these guys. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't keep doing this. So the industry would change. It would change, and some of us are willing to work with all Sierra Leoneans for the industry to change for Sierra Leoneans. So that's all I was going to add on behalf of what Alimato was saying.
Okay. And just really quickly, in a few seconds here, just tell us what's your single greatest desire for this industry, Mohammed?
Oh, it's to put Sierra Leone on the map. For all Sierra Leoneans to be recognized, not just in Sierra Leone, but across the whole world. Because if Ghanaians, Nigerians have been recognized, why not us? As I'm talking to you all, I went through a station called Africa Magic in Nigeria, but it's owned by a TV station in South Africa called DSTV. When I called them, the first thing they told me was, who are the actors and all that. At the end of the day, they didn't do nothing. But today, yes, I'm talking to you, 10 o'clock, maybe Mr. Barry can see the movie in Sierra Leone. 10 o'clock this night, across the whole Africa, they are playing my movie because I leave them and went to the right spot. So the point I'm trying to make is we can get there if we work together, because some of us know the right buttons to push.
Okay.
But now there's something else I want to say.
Mr.
Sierra Leoneans don't support our actors and actresses.
We're about to tackle that in a moment. If you can just forgive me for that, we'll tackle that in a moment. We're coming to that. Barry, are you there? Barry? Okay, we don't have Barry. We'll just go ahead and go with Axton. Axton, can you kindly tell us what your single greatest desire is for the industry? And be brief, please.
Yeah, really, is to see a whole bunch of talents, to raise actors and actresses from home, and train them, digest it, to train them and tell them the rules and regulation. I mean, how to act professionally. That's just it. If it starts from there, then every other thing will just be added onto it, and it's just as simple as that. If these actors from home, they can act very well, and they'll be easy to promote outside. So that is it.
Okay. We'll move on to the next. From what I see, I sense that we probably need to come together and have an intellectual discussion, a symposium kind of convention situation event to discuss these things and, come up with some solutions as an industry. Mr. Barr, what do you say, real quick?
Oh, sure, yes. I mean, I think that's a good idea for all of us to come together and reach the general